I love what social media is doing for us women. I love that it's creating a girl chat across different platforms. This post right here is precisely why I do what I do. I know that this woman in particular isn't talking to me, but I love that more and more women are coming out, speaking, sharing their stories to get this kind of thing. Okay, so this woman says, a big thank you to this sub for helping me realize I was in a borderline abusive relationship. With my ex, I had a sense that there was something off about our relationship, but I could never put my finger to exactly why. It was my first serious relationship, and he was extremely affectionate and always told me how much he loved me. So I thought the gaslighting, accusations, getting upset when I would hang out with friends, sexual coercion, and his passive aggressive behavior was normal and just part of relationships, as crazy as that sounds. My intuition would send me alarms at times, especially when he wanted to make our relationship more serious, discuss moving in together, marriage, etc. But I would ignore it until I came across this sub and read a few posts of relationships that sounded like mine. And multiple people in the comments told them that the behaviors were toxic. I read the Why Does He Do That book PDF that someone linked down in the comment, and it opened my eyes all the way open, for real. I dumped my ex the following week. It's been a few months now, and after healing from the breakup, I can clearly see just how the relationship was and how it was quickly heading into abusive territory. I'm so glad I left, and I would like to thank the folks on this sub for helping me wake up. I'm so glad spaces like this exist. Now, I just finished reading Why Does He Do That? And it is very imperative for women to read this book. Read this book no matter if you're in a relationship, you're not in a relationship, you might be abused, you might not be. It's important to have read this book because it could help you like relay, like, these are red flags. Wake up. These are red flags. That's toxic. It will help you in the sisterhood in general if you've read this book. So me, I commented, this is amazing. I love what social media is doing for women. And then this woman below me said, same. I strongly believe this is why they didn't want us to learn to read. And this is also why men, like disparage women gathering as gossips. This is also why men have like pitted women groups against women groups, like young youth versus older ladies, single versus married ladies. It's always she's jealous for X, Y, and Z reason to keep women not talking to each other, to keep women going at each other versus going against the toxicity and the issues that keep us controlled. The link for Why Does He Do That is pretty much everywhere. You can Google it, you can read it for free. Um, I read a solid book and I got mine from the library. I will probably get another one that is mine so that I can take notes. I don't want to read it in a PDF just because I simply don't. And I don't want to go and make a copy of it. I'd rather just buy one and mark it up because even though it was written back in 2002, as I read it, I still felt like it is still appropriate for what women are going through today. This woman right here says, agreed. I'm in a happy relationship, but I still read it and it helped me analyze all the relationships in my life, family, platonic, or otherwise, and it is an absolutely critical read. And it absolutely is important because you're reading this and you're seeing where, you can understand gaslighting in the job, with family, with parents. There are so many different ways that this relates, and it's not necessarily all with just being in a relationship because there are shades of gray, shades of abuse, shades of toxicity that could relate. Can really be in multiple kinds of relationships. And then this one in the middle, it says true. One wake up call was the whole he gets destructive, but it was more selective destruction, aka only her stuff was broken and thrown out. Some people like to excuse men's behavior and say he just lost control. But one thing I do want to point out that was pointed out in the book, if only your stuff is getting broken, if he has the wherewithal to like not damage any of his expensive stuff, It is calculated and he's not losing control. So that's the reason why this book is so important. It helps to squash many of these misconceptions that women might have had and some of the excuses that women might have given to these people. This person says, thanks so much for posting. Sometimes people get tired of hearing about the bad relationships that women post about here, but there's always more young women coming along who truly don't know. So I appreciate all the posts about this subject. And the last one I'm going to leave you with from this thread. The more we talk about our experiences, the more we help ourselves and each other and women of the future. I look at my beautiful 5-year-old niece, and I hope with all my heart that she never goes through the relationships like I have. There's another book I would recommend to everyone who will listen, The Verbally Abusive Relationship by Patricia Evans. It literally saved my life. I thought that because my ex didn't hit me, that everything was my fault and I deserved it until I read this book. So there is another book that is on the horizon. And then on my YouTube page, I got this comment. This person says, Bourbon Bougie, I broke up with my boyfriend 3 days ago, and I have you to thank for that. I've been watching your videos, and they really opened my eyes and helped me to see the reality of my situation. He didn't love me, even though he claimed to, but I couldn't imagine someone staying if they didn't, so I believed him. You and my girl Mel, you and Melanie Hamlet, gave me the courage to leave because staying was no longer tolerable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm free. I just wanted to point that out, that us sharing stories from other women, sharing stories from across the globe, across culture, across different beliefs, whatever, you're helping somebody. And we need to help the younger and younger ladies to be able to see these things that are not healthy. Because the quicker you see things are not healthy, the quicker you can leave before it impacts you. Okay, so go ahead. Let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. I was tagged in this post and I was reading it and I'm like, girl, why don't you just break up with him? Okay, let's read it. She says, I, 27-year-old female, gave my boyfriend, 29-year-old male, a key to my apartment, but now I want it back. Yes, you should want it back and you should just break up. Okay, I gave my boyfriend a key to my apartment to make things easier. He has a hybrid job, so in the morning he has to leave out way earlier than I do. I gave him a key to lock the door when he leaves. The other day, I ran out for a couple of hours and checked my Alexa Echo, and he was in my apartment. He grabbed a couple of snacks and a roll of toilet paper. This was the first time I saw him in there without me, and it caught me off guard. I played it cool and asked what he had done all day to see if he would bring it up, but he didn't. I started thinking how I was going through snacks and household items a lot faster. I asked him about being in the apartment without me being there, and he lied. How should I approach asking for my key back? Should I confront him about lying? Should I show him the screen recording I took from took of home from my phone? How should I approach asking for my key back? You say, I need my key back. Should I confront him about lying? Yes, you should say, I saw you going into my home. I had asked you if you had been there, and I see that you have taken my things without asking. That's how you confront him. Should I show him the screen recording I took of home from my phone? You could. It doesn't matter. You're breaking up with him. This is an untrustworthy person. He is taking from you, and I don't care if the items totaled $15 to $20. It does not matter. He is not trustworthy. Just take the key back and get your locks changed. The end. Okay, so that's just what I say. Let's read some of the comments. They pretty much say the same thing, but we can still do some of the comments. Okay, so this person says, just ask him, why are you coming to my place just to grab snacks and toilet paper? If you can't directly address this, then there's no point in being in a relationship with him to begin with. There's no need to be in a relationship with somebody who just takes stuff from you anyway. This person says, I'd reconsider the relationship, period. If he lies about something this small and invades your space without permission, well, I don't even want to think on that too hard because the implications there are not good. And then this person says, change the lock first. But yeah, this could have been a difference of opinion in what's mine is yours for the relationship. But if that were the case, he would have immediately come clean and apologized or tried to justify his actions. Absolutely. There's no justifying this. And he stayed quiet. This person says, if you're nervous to confront him about something so small, how are you going to ask more difficult questions in the future? And somebody else said, more importantly, he stole from her without asking and lied about it. He has no integrity. You cannot build a relationship with somebody like this. Like this person said, he is not trustworthy. Period. This this is an easy one. This is an easy one. Walk. This will be the last one. So this person says they are in a relationship. Chances are, if he asked for said items, girlfriend will share. The lying speaks to his character. Babe, out of bounds. Okay, cool. Agreed. This person says smarmy. Love it. But really, she should definitely change those locks. There's no way to know if he made copies of the key either. Also, if he's going to lie about something like this, she should really rethink the entire relationship. Yes, exactly. The next person, she should change the locks and not tell him. Then when he tries to get in again with the no, I don't believe in that one. Just let him know. Just let him know. Don't play coy when he tries to use the key that doesn't work. No. Let's just confront this head on. And this is for anybody watching this. Just confront things head on. If somebody is a liar, lacks integrity, shows you early on, bet. Awesome. You're not the person for me. You're not who I thought you were. And I think we should end this now. Let's just be straightforward. All right. This one was pretty easy. You guys go ahead, jump in the comments and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. I know I have broached this subject before, but I'm gonna do it again. This woman put a post in my Bourbon Bougie community saying, what are y'all's thoughts on letting a woman know her husband is on Tinder, aka coming to her as a woman? She says, so I've been in the trenches, aka back on dating sites. And then I match with a man that seems oddly familiar. Then I realize that it's an old high school classmate's husband. They have been together for almost 10 years and married for less than 5. This is my first time posting stuff like this, so bear with me. I haven't really spoken to her in years. Don't know if they're in an open relationship, but let's be real. His profile didn't say anything of the sort, and I'm worried she'll just disregard or blame me. Mind you, she's actually in one of his pictures on his profile. What should I do? Let her know or mind my business. So this person was not in a relationship with this man. She just noticed him and she's like, should I tell? I say, you know, I know some people like to tiptoe around this. And at first I was kind of thinking, like, I don't know. But if I were the wife, I would want to know. Even if I don't immediately believe the person, I still want to know as the wife. I want to know. And, sometimes people don't just up and leave when someone messages them, but at least now they have that seed like, okay, there might be a possibility. Okay, this is interesting. And just let it linger there for a little bit. Y'all let me know where you stand. This person says, I came across a relative's husband on Tinder that just got married. He has a history of cheating and even had a child with the affair partner. I shut my mouth and kept it moving. She chose to marry him even after being cheated on. So it was none of my business. So that's where that woman lands. This person says, let her know, take screenshots so you have proof. Recognize that she might be the Lulu and deny it. But if it really is him, the right thing to do is let her know. I agree. This person says, well, if you reach out, don't go in with the expectation that she will be grateful. If you're not close with her, then maybe don't get involved. Sometimes having good intentions can backfire. I had enough instances of a wife calling me my male associate that I'm no longer associates with, and some girlfriends inboxing me about unfaithful mates. If wives have a hunch that their husbands are being unfaithful, it's up to them to investigate. So that's that person's stance on it. So the OP responded to that woman that said that she came across a relative's husband on Tinder, and it looks like I cut off some of her response. It says, if you choose to tell her, I do it anonymously, send screenshots asking if that's her husband, and leave it at that. What she decides to do with it, do with the info is on her. She'll block you if you do it under your account. Okay, so then the OP says, that's crazy. I let her know since she's seen it and not responded, so I'm going to keep it pushing. So the OP did let the woman know. She says, my friend who used to be on the apps has said she's encountered so many men who lie and actually have wives and girlfriends. It's horrible. I've since deleted the app. Okay. This woman got on the app and she's already off the app. These men are running women off these apps. So I asked her to update us. And then someone else says, do you know if her or her husband know your home address? Do you have a job that requires you to keep your address listed for the state certifications? The reason I'm asking is that you may want to watch and see if he lashes out by sending you threats. I would get a door or mailbox camera and make sure to keep checking the internet to make sure he isn't putting false information on you or on a website or something that could get you in trouble job wise. Sometimes people will lash out in the nastiest way possible and definitely think she'll let him, I'm sorry, I definitely think she'll let him know that you are the one that said something, not because she's malicious, but he'll be definitely jumping down her throat wanting to know how she found out. Stay safe. Okay, so that was that woman's concerns. You guys can take that advice to heart as well. Okay, so then the OP says nope and nope. So these people don't know where she lives. Cool. She also says, I blocked him on the app and on social media. There's cameras here and security in the building. Thankfully, she's since viewed my message but not responded. Thanks. Okay, so this woman put the information out there. The woman, the wife, can take it and do what she wants to do with it. Totally up to her now. The ball is in her court. But I know, we've had this conversation before. Where do you stand if you are the wife? This is the question. If you are the wife, do you want to know? Y'all jump in the comments and let me know. If you're the wife, do you want to know? Like, comment, share. Thanks.